Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. We're looking at the best OP meta players post-patch on FIFA 23. This could be quite a different video to if I'd done it a week ago. The players that are really good on the game now, for the most part, have changed quite drastically. The way that I'm doing this video as well, in terms of the criteria ranking them, I'm not putting someone like R9 in. Obviously R9's meta, but the way I'm looking at it is it's going to be based a mixture of things. It's going to be how good the cards are, their value, links, in how easy they are to link in, because if a player's really good but you can't get him in your team, that's kind of going to hurt him. And we're trying to provide a mixture of players. So there's some players all the way up to 1 million coins, and then there's some players all the way down to a few thousand coins. We're doing it for defenders, mids, and attackers all in one video. And there's going to be a lot of options here. And this is kind of like a prequel to this week coming up, where I'm going to do tier lists for each position. But we're doing lots of meta OP players for this video. If you like these videos, please literally like them. It helps the videos do better. And smash that subscribe button. We're so close to the 40,000 subs. I appreciate the support, guys. Let's get into it though. Defenders, Nuno Mendes. This is the team of the week one. Good value. Hopefully I'll pack him this week. He's a pretty good card. On this patch, acceleration and pace in general, but acceleration in particular, matters a lot more than it previously did. For fullbacks, you are still going to want a lot of the same stuff. Pace, solid defending physical, good on the ball, passing's a plus. This Nuno Mendes is very good and has very good links. Frimpong, before this patch, was nowhere near as good. On this patch though, where he's got insane pace and he's got really good ability on the ball, this Frimpong suddenly become one of the very best players in the game for his position. Moynier. Now Moynier is a weird one. Before the patch, he was debatably the best non-icon right back in the game. People would have said Kyle Walker, but this card was genuinely better than him. A lot of the things that make Moynier good still make him good. But the lower acceleration, he's not quite as dominant as he was. And the fact he's lengthy isn't a massive plus anymore compared to what it would have been before. But this Moynier is still a very good card and basically is discard price. So for the price, I definitely think this is an OP card. Eder Militao and Koundé. Now, when we look to the best gold centre-backs, generally speaking, we would say Rudiger, Koulibaly, Van Dijk. Militao and Koundé on old gen were really good. But now, after this new patch, new gen and old gen gameplay are pretty similar to each other. There's a genuine shout for Militao and Koundé being up there with the Van Dijks and Rudigers of this world. And people might laugh at that. But on this game now, where acceleration matters a lot, because if you can't get level with a striker to stop him getting in behind, you are screwed on this game. Yes, players like Van Dijk, Koulibaly are still OP when it comes to bullying players, and they win a lot 50-50s. And we're going to have some of those type of centre-backs still on this video. But these centre-backs now are really good at getting off the mark, are really good now. So there's a bit more variety you can use at centre-back. They don't just have to be big, physical, lengthy ones. Dumfries, one of the best centre-backs in the game. Very good value, pretty good link speed, Serie A, Dutch, Inter Milan. Dumfries is tall. He's got very good pace, including acceleration. His agility is fine at centre-back. He's not a very good right-back on this game, but he's a top-tier centre-back. Theo Hernandez, you could get his team of the week as well. This card is very good. Doesn't really lack in any particular area. Lacroix was good anyway, but I didn't see many people using him, but he's tall. The only real issue with this card at all is his balance and weak foot. But he's quick with good acceleration. Honestly now, on this game, I previously would have preferred a centre-back like Van Dijk, who had really high sprint speed, lower excel, but good pace from that. If I was having 81 pace, I'd rather it be all stacked towards the sprint speed, whereas now, having good acceleration definitely matters a lot more. This Kim Min-jae is really good. The potential to get upgrades, probably not that high, but he's already a very good card, and you could link him in with Zambo Anguissa. That's a very good Napoli link. Him and Zambo, very good OP players for cheap. Tomori was already pretty good. Now is in the debate for genuinely up there for best centre-back in the game. Crazy pace. With a shadow, he's getting 99 sprint speed, 89 excel. He's very agile. Elite defending stats already. Good enough physical. This Tomori is an absolute beast. Tomori is one of my centre-back pair, and the other one's going to be later on in this video. Carvajal, best La Liga right back. And some of the cards like this that have potential to get upgraded that are in these videos are partly in here because of how good I think these cards could be. And I think they're good value for what they cost. Carvajal, just very good all round. The pace is really high. It's better than Carvajal cards normally tend to be. Fofana can play midfield, centre-back. I wouldn't be playing him left-back, but still top-tier player. Wan-Bissaka, best right-back in the Prem now, I'd say. I mean, there is that path to glory Walker, but for now, before Walker's upgrades, I would probably still just about prefer this Wan-Bissaka, especially with how good he is on the ball. Cannavaro, before this patch, I wouldn't have even recommended using Cannavaro. The height doesn't seem to matter as much because people aren't really crossing it anymore for the most part, especially now people are going to be using smaller, less lengthy players in general. Cannavaro has ridiculous defending. He's got really good pace, including acceleration. Very good agility. Like, this Cannavaro is top tier now. Nathan Ake. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say go do this, get this World Cup style with your swaps tokens, because there are some really good stuff you can get. But if you want a good centre-back and you've got a few spare coins swaps, this Nathan Ake is a really good card now. Dutch, Man City, Premier League, really high acceleration, very good defending physical stats, good on the ball. This Nathan Ake is really a good centre-back now. Now, Cordoba is my other centre-back I'm using with Tomori right now. Cordoba only really lacks in height, which isn't a major issue on the game right now. Cordoba's dribbling's not great, but with his height and agility and balance, he feels fine on the ball. He's one of the few centre-backs that I've seen who can actually keep up with like Alawiran and Mbappe, or at least get off to a start where they just don't get destroyed for pace. He has 95 acceleration with a shadow. This Cordoba is debatably the best centre-back in the game right now, which before the patch, he wouldn't have even been in my top 20 centre-backs on the game because he couldn't get lengthy. He was too small, I think, to get lengthy. And, yeah, just didn't feel that great in general. Whereas now, top tier. Alaba, this is the SBC one. Alaba's one of the best centre-backs in the game now. He already was good, but just made even better on this patch. Capdevia, probably the best left-back in the game. I think he's pretty reasonably priced for how good he is. He has that cracked acceleration. He's getting 99 excel, 97 sprint speed with a shadow, and just good all-round. Fullbacks as well, with really elite high stamina, are really useful if you want to play a high press tactic. Carvalho, again, another centre-back who before the patch I wouldn't have been recommended, but now top tier. Van Dijk, still OP, especially for the price. His price came down. Virgil van Dijk, especially if you use a deep line, is still a top tier centre-back on this game with great links. I'm pretty sure he's under 150k right now. For me, that is crazy for how good Virgil still is. Piqué, Ramos. Ramos in particular is a lot better after this patch with the acceleration mattering a lot more. He's very good on the ball. Piqué's got really elite pace. I honestly would argue Piqué's even better after this patch because he's got a really good pace split. And then I think the last one we've got on here is this Koulibaly. Potential to get upgraded. He's probably there or thereabouts, the best Premier League centre-back now. This Koulibaly is an absolute unit and has enough acceleration that it doesn't feel too much of a slouch, I would say. Let's go look at the midfielders. So here we are with the midfielders. In this midfielder list, there is going to be some like wingers. I literally searched defenders, midfielder, forwards, because I didn't want to miss anyone out. There will be players, of course, who have missed out on this video. I've done about 20 players for each, like defender, midfield, and forward. There's probably 50 to 100 players I could put in this, and everyone has a different definition of what's OP. Some people say, oh, why are you putting some of the best players? That's kind of obvious. I've tried to give you guys a good variety and a good mix. This Renato Sanchez, though, outrageous, and he's almost certainly going to be an 85 rated card soon. I don't get how this card's only an 83 as of now, but when he goes to an 85, he's going to have near 99 pace when you put like a shadow on him. He's got great physical. He's amazing on the ball. His passing's fine anyway. He's got a good enough shot. He's good defending. 4-star, 4-star. This Renato Sanchez is already very good. He'll be probably somewhere between top 5 to top 10 midfielders in the game, especially when you add the chemistry links he's got after he gets his one-to-watch upgrade from Portugal winning a group game. Lee Dong-jun, available for objectives, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Really good card for free. In career, they have some decent players you can link him in with. Park, Son, Kim Min Jae. He's got some pretty good options. This guy, though, for free is an insane card. Perisic was better before the patch, in my opinion, but still a good card. Very, very good in terms of the flexibility, like utility this card has. He can play, honestly, pretty much any position, I would say, other than maybe keeper. But this card's really, really good. Zakaria, if he doesn't get upgrades, there's a decent gap between him and like a Vieira. If he maybe makes the quarterfinals and gets a +2, this Zakaria suddenly makes it like, do you even want to get that Vieira from swaps? This Zakaria is the Swiss Vieira. He's crazy. He's pretty reasonably priced as well for how good he is. Premier League, Chelsea, pretty good chemistry links. Moses Simon, honestly might be the best value player in the game right now. French League, he links to Sissoko if you want a stronger link in there. He's got near enough 99 pace, ridiculous base dribbling stats. With a dead eye, gets very good stats. He is a super sub that I use. He feels incredible off the bench. Mostovoy is still very good value. The budget KDB in La Liga. Bellingham, crazy cheap, ridiculous cheap price. Basically goes for like a discard for an informed type of price, or what he'll be for fodder in SBCs. Bellingham ticks the box for everything you want in midfielder. Bentancur, better before the patch with lengthy, but 5-star weak for 4-star skills with great stats. He's very cheap. Benacer, you obviously can't do this card anymore, but he is up there after the patch. After the patch, he feels faster and he's amazing on the ball. I used to not mind playing him too much, whereas now when I play against him, I rate him. And honestly, with some of the links he has in Serie A, for the price he was like, what was it, like 30, 35k. If I could see the card now and know how the game plays, I'd have done him. Bruno Guimaraes. Now, he's OP in my opinion because he's a good card now, but not great. Like, if the card stays like this, he wouldn't make the video. But for 270k, considering what I think this card could become, I think he's ridiculously cheap. Brazil are the favourites to win the tournament. If Brazil make the semi-finals, this card probably is over 500k. So that's trading advice somewhat. Probably best not take that from someone like me. But this Bruno Guimaraes already has pretty good stats. If he gets the upgrade, he'll be a great card. Lucas Paqueta, another Brazilian player. Really good. Top tier midfielder right now. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Very well rounded across the board. Park Ji-sung, just a good upgrade on his other card. Central with the cam helps him for links. Some good Korean players, like we said, double prem links. This Park's really good on the game. And on the new patch, his pace is even better. Now, this Carrasco card isn't like some special card right now, but it is still very solid. If you look, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, 99 pace with a hunter, 91 finishing, 91 shot power, good on the ball, solid passing. It's already a very solid card. Has the outside the foot shot trait too. So at RAM, really, really good. But the beauty of this card is if Belgium can go on a run, if he gets a 5-star weak foot, this card becomes amazing. Obviously, most of these Path to Glories, if the teams go far, they're worth a lot. But this card, he's 170k for a La Liga player with pretty good links anyway, being Belgian, Atletico Madrid. With a team that have good chance to upgrade this card, like I think that's really good. Dirk Kuyt, very, very good. Centre mid helps him a lot with chemistry. This card is very well rounded. Best position is centre mid, and he got the skill moves upgrade. Amazing links as well. Like, if I didn't have this guy in this video, what am I even doing? This guy genuinely now, at left mid or Lam, or just out on the wing at all, is genuinely in the debate for best card in the game in that position. I wouldn't put him in that for striker. Simply put, striker, you can't be in the debate for best striker if you don't have a 5-star skill or weak foot. But this card out wide is just insane. He's the fastest player in the game. Even when you put 99 pace on other players, they just don't seem as fast. Like with Chem Styles, I don't know. But he's amazing on the ball. His finishing's great when you put a Chem Style on him. His passing's fine. He's good physically. He's insanely fast. 4-star, 4-star's good. What a card. Freddie Ljungberg. with a Hunter, great out wide, got the outside the foot shot trait. Just a pretty well-rounded card in general. I've got him as a super sub. Landon Donovan. I don't really get why Donovan's so much more than Freddie Lundberg, but Donovan is a very good card still. Outside of the foot shot trait, 99 pace and finishing with a Hunter. Just very good card in general. Landon Donovan plays well on this game. I don't like playing against him. Is it Federico? Yeah, Federico Valverde. Debatably top 5 midfielder in the game, maybe top 10. That pace though, I think this is easily the highest pace I've seen on an elite midfielder on the game right now. This Valverde's cracked. The only weakness really he's got is he's not the best on the ball and he's not the best finisher. But he's more than usable in terms of his dribbling. 4-star weak foot. He's cracked in so many areas. With an anchor, he gets 99 sprint, 92 strength. Like, this card is insane. Really, really like this card. Milinkovic-Savic, bit nerfed based on the patch. I think before the patch, this card would have been even better. But 150k with the links he's got, potential to upgrade. This card is a top tier midfielder in my opinion. Ginola, he comes under the midfielder thing because he starts as left mid. He's the most expensive card in this video. He's about 1.7 million now. But my logic with Ginola is he's in the debate for best attacker in the game. I'm not saying he's as good as R9, but he's top 5, top 10 attacker in the game. He's got insane chemistry links, being French, 2 links for the French league. This card's outrageous, like top tier. And he's like a third of the price of some of the best icons. So really like Ginola. Mane, he's like 200k. Before the patch, wouldn't have recommended him, but after the patch, 99 pace with a Hunter, great finishing, elite on the ball, very good links being Bayern Munich. Can also link to someone like Koulibaly as well if you want a hybrid. And then the last one for this midfielders is Kevin De Bruyne. He's like 50k, maybe 55k, which is basically his fodder price. So you can't really ever lose coins on this guy. He's not rapid. That pace isn't great on this patch, to be fair. And he's not got elite defending, but he's insane at passing, shooting, dribbling. CDM or centre mid is the least important position in the game for pace, other than keeper. You don't get into many foot races there, but that passing on either foot, that is amazing when you start thinking about playing through balls to rapid players. So Kevin De Bruyne, whilst this patch on paper might look like a nerf to him, it's almost a strength because someone like him with his passing ability is going to allow some crazy play with the pace. Let's go look at the attackers. Okay, here we are with the attackers. With the attackers, there's not as many because there's a lot of great attackers still, but I feel like the price puts them into the bit where I wouldn't even want to recommend most of them for the price. Now, I know Ginola's very expensive, but we're talking about arguably like top 3, top 5 attacker in the game. But if a player I don't think's remotely good value, I'm not going to include him in here, but you guys let me know what you think about how I've done this video. Deulofeu though, rapid, very good stats across the board. He was one of the first team of the weeks, 4-star, 4-star, very good. Muriel, basically just a slight upgrade on Deulofeu, just a little bit better at shooting. They're pretty similar cards though, and they link decent being Serie A. This Afif, I can't see Qatar getting any upgrades, and this guy's chemistry is awful, but he is near discard price. As a super sub, 4-star, 4-star, great dribbling, rapid, decent shooting, outside the foot shot trait. This guy's a very good super sub you can pick up for cheap. Ousmane Dembele, now his gold's miles better value, but his inform, the better version of course, is a top tier attacker now. Before the patch, he wouldn't have made it near this video. I used him for a few days after the patch came out. This card's absolutely crazy. It's a little bit annoying if you're trying to do the 5-star tricks and being left-footed, it messes up the way tricks work. But this Ousmane Dembele, top tier, now that the meta's shifted. Moise Kean, 4-star, 4-star. Really, really good card to be honest with. A Hunter, he has 99 pace, 96 finishing, 98 shot power. He's decent on the ball. He's got cracked strength. This card's crazy good. One of the best feature team of the weeks we've had. Ansu Fati. Now, I wouldn't have even dreamed of doing him. I don't even know if he's available now. But when he was, the meta just didn't suit him. But this patch, he's suddenly a really good attacker. Chiesa, I did him as a super sub, but I never really liked him off the bench because he just felt really sluggish with the explosive chem style that or accelerate that he had coming off the bench. Now, great card. If you start him and put a Hunter or Hawk on him, he's absolutely rapid, got really good stats, and he has very good chemistry links, so I'm glad I did him. Tim Cahill, now I would not be putting him in the attacker thing, but if you look at this card, he is like 50-55k. This Tim Cahill card can play centre mid. Now, his defending's not elite for centre mid, but if you use him as the forward who can attack, he's got some really good stats. He's really quick. He's got a great shot for a midfielder. His passing's okay. If you put an engine on him, all of a sudden as well, he gets really quick. His passing looks pretty good. He gets really good dribbling stats on the ball. He's great physical. This Tim Cahill honestly has some really good stats. The only issue really is, though, he's an MLS league. If he was Premier League, this card would be a lot more desirable, I think. Harry Kewell. This man didn't feel the Trivela nerf. He's still insane at these. 4-star weak foot. Nice upgrade on this. Lots of positions he can play for chemistry. A really, really good card. 99 pace with a Hunter. Elite finishing, shooting stats in general. He's got great passing. He's not miles better than Freddie Lundberg's card, but he's got a few better chemistry options. And he's just really, really well-rounded. But I really like Harry Kewell. He plays very well on the game. Robbie Keane. I don't know if this SBC is still available. I'm not going to do because it's a lot of coins to put into this card. But he is a top-tier attacker now, to be honest. Rapid, ridiculously good shooting stats, great on the ball, good physical. He has the finesse shot trait, which is better to have than not. This Robbie Keane, before the patch was okay, but after the patch, really elevated that card. Fernando Morientes. This guy's on here purely because of his price. Lengthy players are still good. They're not bad all of a sudden. And this Morientes is like 40,000 coins. I don't get why he's that cheap. He's still a very good card. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's still great. Hunter or Architect, both give him great stats for him. This Ronaldo is still a very good card. Has 5-star tricks. Still an elite card when it comes to shooting. He's about 150k. I would prefer him for value now after the patch than before. There's just more options that are pacey, but this Ronaldo is still great. Ribery, lots of people asking me, should they do the Ribery SBC? My opinion, generally speaking, is no. Not because I don't think the card's great, but why would you do one when you... The end of era Ribery is probably slightly better on this patch because of the agility. But this Ribery's tradable, central chemistry, and about the same price. I'd rather have the tradable. And then the last one for the whole video is Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe is about 1 million coins now, which isn't cheap. But Mbappe was already good. Like, Mbappe was one of the few players who wasn't lengthy. You could see rapid. Mbappe after the patch is just a cheat code. He's even better. And he's just got cracked stats across the board. Like, there's no way you can look at that card and not say anything other than he's just amazing. This Mbappe, absolutely top tier. Was already the best gold player of the game. Definitely is the best now. Even better. I kind of realised I'd missed out on Neymar. I don't know why. I don't know how I missed out on Neymar. Neymar after the patch, he's gone from really wasn't that good to second best gold card after Mbappe. Neymar is again very meta and top tier. Yeah, you can see with the attackers, high pace, whether they're lengthy or not, matters a lot now. You really want players who are good on the ball. I still don't think left stick dribbling is good enough on the game, but the better players who have the higher stats do feel a lot more usable with it. Hopefully this video has helped you guys. I've tried to give you a lot of options, a lot of variety. These videos are trying to educate you guys on the meta of the game, how to play, how to build better teams. And I always try to give you lots of budget options, so people with God Squads, people on Road to Glories without as much coins. There's lots you can learn and hopefully add a lot of players to your team. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Any questions, do let me know in the comments. Appreciate you guys. Keep it spicy. See you guys in the next one. And by the way, I'll be streaming tonight around 10 o'clock UK time on Twitch with my Foot Champs. Tune in there. See you guys there, hopefully. Peace.